clearly, any of us who are in the service industry have a responsibility to take care of our customers, but it's also to improve service, decrease costs, and add value back to the business through insights that improve that end-to-end customer experience. And it's a true challenge when you do not have those deep pockets or an unending lineup of engineers or product managers to help you deliver those improvements. So in my experience at Redbubble, it's really been about creative problem solving and delivering on promises to the customer, the business, the people on your team, and of course shareholders if you're a public company. So what is my go-to approach? It is the gap analysis. And I know that's not extremely complicated or fancy, and it's exactly why I love it. Running gap analysis is such a fantastic way to quickly assess what's needed to move forward and to achieve your commitments and objectives. And it can be applied to so many elements, from setting a business strategy to operating objectives or processes and procedures, and even taking a look at your organization structure and your people skills. It's really the ability to take a look at where am I today, where do I need to go, and what are all the critical actions and steps I need to get there to bridge that gap and achieve all the objectives I'm held accountable to achieving. So where do you start? It's a big question, right? I have found in my own experience, it's been the most fruitful to start at the beginning. And for me, the beginning has always been, what is the objective, mission, and vision of the organization? It's the true, what am I trying to achieve, and what is the organization trying to achieve? Then I take a look at the how. How do we want to go about it? And those are the cultural norms and values, the vocabulary, and the behaviors. Then you can take a look at, all right, if I look across the spectrum, who are the partners, the customers, the suppliers, and what do I know about them? Next, it's really helpful to take a look, or an inventory, or a SWOT analysis for those of you who use those, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the business, and understand where your organization or business is along the lines of the business maturity cycle, anywhere from development to introduction, growth, maturity, and even decline, because it really helps you set the context and tone for the focus of both your initiatives as well as how you help the organization. And of course, it's important to know your reputation, not only out in your own marketplace and with your customers, but also with your internal partners as well as vendors and other suppliers who work with you. So after you have a really solid understanding of your own evaluation of the business and strategies, then you can take a look at where is your own organization today. Really take a hard look in the mirror. And do you understand in detail how your function's performing against expectations? And that can be a really scary thing to look at because, of course, nobody wants to fail. But it's really good to understand the reality of where you stand. What's your reputation? Are you at the table, or do you find out information as an afterthought, sometimes through your customers? Are you set up to scale and have flexibility to grow? And how do you really manage and deliver on those financial obligations in your budget? Essentially, it's really knowing where you stand in a gap analysis across what your organization, your customers, and your team need you to deliver, and where you stand today. And you know what? You don't have to be perfect. This is about understanding where you are now so you can set the right direction for the future.